Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Rogue Deck Showcase. And we figured it was Metal's time to shine, so this week we are going to feature a deck that has Genesect EX in there. It is the new EX Pokemon from the Black-White set, specifically from Black Bolt. And it has the Metallic Signal ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 evolution metal Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle the deck. As an attack protect charge for 150 for metal colorless, 3 opponent's next turn this Pokemon takes 3 less damage. We're not really going to be attacking with Genesect, but it is a good option since we are going to be playing a metal deck. And you know what card goes really well with Genesect? It's Gholdengo. So we are going to do a Gholdengo deck. What? Y'all think I was talking about the EX card? No way. Not here in the Rogue Deck Chronicles. We are going to play with one of the baby Gholdengos from the Paldean Fates set. So it's the Stage 1, 130 HP. And the attack that we're really going to be showcasing here is the Scintillizing Surfing. For a metal colorless, flip a coin. For each metal energy attached to the Pokemon, it does 80 damage for each head to flip. So this is reminiscent of a deck that I really like playing pre-rotation with Heatran and Basic Legion. So it kind of has that synergy there where we power it up with the Metang with Metal Maker, and we just get a bunch of energy on the Gholdengo, and we just flip, and hopefully we get the knockout. This is really good because it helps set up not only our Metang, but the Genesect also sets up our Gholdengo. So we also have a Heatran in here. Again, this is kind of like the precursor deck to what we're playing, and I really like the Heatran. We have one of in here. I'm actually kind of tempted to change this to a 2 of, but with the Incandescent Body ability, if this isn't active and is damaged from an attack, the attacking Pokemon's burned. So it helps set up some of your knockouts and help preserve your energy. And with the Steel Burst attack, metal colorless, does 50 damage for every energy you discard. 50 damage, or you discard all your metal energy and does 50 for each you discard. So kind of goes with the Gholdengo-ish. And then we have the Regigigas in here just for those pesky Terra Pokemon out there. So Charizard, Dragapult. Really, those are the big 2. Trap Ghost is another one that we couldn't counter. This will help take care of those Pokemon. We don't really use this a lot. I may cut this, to be honest. But if you are going in a local meta where you see a lot of Dragapult, see a lot of Charizard EX, this may be a good single prize card for you. For items, we play Buddy-Buddy, play 3 of them, just because the Beldum and Gholdengo are 70 HP Pokemon. Play Energy Recycler because we are discarding a lot of energy, so we want to try to recycle those back in. Night Stretcher, play only 1 of, so we have to be very careful when we play our Night Stretcher. Before I go on, I will say this deck is very packed already, mainly because we play a lot of energy, which I will show you in a little bit. But there's some additions and corrections I would like to make to this. It's just with how this is set up, it's very hard to find the space for whatever you want, because you feel like you want more things in here. So we play 3 Energy Recycler, 1 Night Stretcher. Secret Box is our ace spec of choice. I will say maybe Hyper Aroma is another good option. I'm not saying the problem, but Genesect EX plays the same function of Hyper Aroma, so Secret Box can help you get what you need to set up, especially in the early game. We play 2 Super Rod to help recycle our energy and also just recycle our Pokemon. I play 1 single Ultra Ball. I originally had a Nest Ball, and this is just to help get the Genesect out. I know it's only 1 of, but I switched it to the Ultra Ball because it can help get out the Metang and the Gholdengo if needed, so I wanted to get something a little more multifaceted here. Don't blame me if you go with a nest ball. It's just something to get that Genesect out. If it's prized, it's going to be rough. I wouldn't say impossible, because I play games without the Genesect, or get the Genesect very late in the game. But this helps us get it when we need it, and helps get us our evolution Pokemon. And I play 2 Artazon in here. 1, it helps set up your board, and 2, it's your stadium counter. If you go against another deck that plays Neutralization Zone, actually that one's not really a big deal for us, but for like Town Store, Jamming Tower, which again is not a big deal for us, it's just another way to bump and help control the stadium more, and just help set up your deck. For supporters, we're playing 2 Arven, just so we can get some of the items. We don't play a lot of tools, so 2 is plenty. We play 2 bosses orders, so we can boss up what we need at a given time. I put in 1 Hilda in here. Again, this is help to get our evolution Pokemon and get energy. I'm not really using it to get metal energy. I'm using it to get reversal energy, which I'll talk about in a bit. But it helps just thin out the deck so we can better utilize Metal Maker. And then 3 Iono, just helps shuffle your deck, get the metal energy back into your deck, and then you can shuffle it with another card. This is just another great way to help us go and churn through our deck. And then 1 TM Evolution, not a make or break in this list, but it does help set up our board when we need it in the first game. So, energy, play 2 reversal energy. Gholdengo is a evolution non-rule box Pokemon, so when we are behind in prizes, this helps with our attack for Gholdengo. It does count for 3 metal energy when we are behind in prizes. So I like that. It's an easy 3 of. If we say for some reason we'll have a Metang, we can get 1 reversal on there and still have the ability to attack. Can't say we're going to do much damage because we are a coin flip deck, but the reversal energy does give us options. And then again, metal energy, play 18 of them. My deck is literally a 3rd energy. But for a card like Metang, we want that. We want to get the hits. Even if it's 1 per Metang, that's better than just whiffing. We want to try to thin out our deck as much as possible. That way we can better utilize the Gholdengo and the Heatran as attackers. So that's pretty much a deck. It's a fun deck. I've been enjoying this deck for a little bit now. It is one of my go-to rogue decks at my locals. You can talk to the people I go with. I love this deck. It's just, I feel like you have a lot of options, and the Gholdengo is definitely a different flavor on what I've been playing. I'm not used to coin flippy decks, but sometimes you just have to have fun and roll with it. So this is a great way to do that. So let's take this on the ladder and see how it does. Okay everyone, we are into our first match with the real Gholdengo deck. We're not playing that pesky EX. The only EX on our list is Genesect, which really goes with both Gholdengos. But it's a fun card. We are utilizing multiple cards from the Black-White set. Do we want to go first? I'm going to say yes. I like having the setup. Yes, we're losing out in TM Evolution play, but being able to have the opportunity to set up our board and kind of get 1 up is good. I'm going to start with the Genesect EX, just because the likelihood of this game knockdown on the opponent's first turn is very low. And we're going against Garchomp, so this is going to be very interesting. What should I do? I'm going to use Secret Box right away. I'll get rid of a couple energy because we play a lot. So we got Artazon. We get Buddy-Buddy. Tool and Supporter. Well, Tool will get the Evo, and then Supporter. What's in our hand? I want to get Iono, just so we can churn through our deck a little bit more. We'll play Buddy-Buddy. We'll get 2 Gimmighoul's out. We'll play down Artazon, and we'll get another Beldum out. Probably should have checked my Pokemon, see where we're at. So we have all Metangs, we have all Gholdengos, we are good with our Pokemon count. Looks like we're pretty set. We don't have any more Gimmighoul's. It looks like 2 are prized, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm gonna attach to the Genesect, and we'll just go on from here. That way, if anything, it's ready to evolve or use evolution for next turn. We can try to retreat next turn. I'm not a fan of discarding as many energy early on. I kind of wish I played Air Balloon in this. This is probably another edit I will make. But you only play one Genesect, so the likelihood of you starting off with it is very low. Okay, cool. So they didn't really do much their turn. We could disrupt them a little bit. So I want to get Beldum out, kind of get our Metang army set here. I'm kind of tempted. I want to take that out, but I can't. Yeah, I wish we can. But we have to give them a new hand. I'm going to put that there, and we'll just Iono. As much as I don't want to give them a new hand because they didn't do anything, we need to get going ourselves. So I could try to attack here. Let's just see. If not, I'm just going to TM Evolution. Yeah, I can attack. Knock out their board. Let's make them start over with... Oh, I forgot we can Metal Sign. Duh. I swear, I've been playing this deck. Just sometimes you forget about it because I'm not used to the Genesect in the active. See if we can get something going. Get our Gholdengo kind of powered up here. I'm gonna hold off on Super Rod, and I'll just attack, get rid of their Roselia, get a prize card, and see what we can do here. The good thing is they can't... Best case scenario for them is that they get Rare Candy, Garchomp, and attack into us, but they're only doing, what, 100 damage because they don't have a Rose Raid out. They have very little going for them right now. If they don't have a Garchomp, we can knock this out super easily. Because Garchomp's going to be a very difficult match for us. Not impossible. So they went to the Goodbye, so which means we can knock that out. So we're making them use Rare Candy to set up for next turn. Because we can knock them out for 150. That is not a problem. Unless they play like Carol's Cape. Actually, no, I forgot. They have the Cynthia's Power Weight thing. That can increase their HP to 170, which that will be just out of range for us. So if that's the case, we can try to switch into the Gholdengo and then knock that out. But if they don't have that tool, we are good to go. But they play Arven, so they're going to get that tool. I hope they see that they need that tool. But we are taking 30 less damage if they do decide to attack us, which means they're only doing 10 damage. Did they get that off of... No, they did not. So unless they have that in hand, or they just don't... Or they're prized? I wonder why they're doing... So they're retreating. Okay, I can see what they're doing. They're saving that. So if we had a boss, We already used one or discarded one, I can't remember. Okay, let's get this rolling here. We'll start with metallic symbol, or signal, sorry. We'll get our board a little bit more set up here. This is actually a pretty good board state for us. Wish we had the boss. I'd rather chase that, but I get what they're doing here. So let's see. I can either Arven or Hilda. I don't feel like I need Hilda, at least not yet. So I'm gonna Arven, thin out. I probably should have thinned out before. I'll get Energy Recycler, just be prepared for next turn. I want to try to power up both of my Gholdengos, that way I have an option of which one I want to go to. I don't want to power up both of them, because, or at least one of them, and leave the other one hanging, because I want to make sure I don't give him an easy boss target. I'm just going to protective charge here. Knock out their Monkey Dory, be up 2 prize cards. We know they have the Garchomp, so they're saving for that. So we need a lot to knock that thing out. Good thing is they only got 5 cards in hand. So we want to try not to leave any damage on their board, because that Spiritomb is super dangerous, and I know that from first hand. If you don't knock it out, you can use that against your opponent. If you want, you can see my Garchomp game where I play this on our video. So just go to our channel and you can find that as well. Or better yet, we'll link at the end of the video. That way you can just click on it, see how we play Garchomp and how we like it. So they're playing Neo Upper. So they're going to do the Draconic Buster on us, which will knock us out, because that will leave 260, it'll be 230, so that will be just enough to knock us out. But then they discarded the energy, which they can power it up. It's not a big deal. Actually, they're doing more because of Rose Raid, so they're definitely knocking us out. So we need to try to get 330. So we need to power up our Gholdengo as much as we can. And honestly, we may want to get the Heatran out and get that going as well, because that's another saving grace for us. Because that's not on a coin flip. So we have 5 energy in the discard. So first we want to get Artazon and get the Heatran. Then we are going to Energy Recycler. Get all that back into our deck. I'm going to Hilda for reversal, and I'll grab Metang. I'll grab the Gholdengo. So we only, yeah, for each metal. So reversal is not going to do much right now, but it's more about thinning our deck to better hit on our metal. So we get 2 off of this one. Get 1 off of this one. And 3 off of this. I'll just load it all up. We need to hit as much as we can. I know we're really going all out here, but we have some Super Rods, and we have some Energy Recyclers that we can do, and we have this guy on the bench. So we're going to full send here. Let's see if we can knock him out and if the coin flips are in our favor. So we got 6. Is that enough? I don't know. I didn't do the math. Yes, it is. I think 7 would have been is the number we were looking for. Or, sorry, 5 was the number we were looking for. So we knocked him out. 1 shot. Awesome. And we got Beldum and a Gimmighoul. We can start setting up. So we just need to do this one more time if we can. There is that power weight that I was talking about earlier. So they're going to evolve up. They're going to attack. But they're not one-shotting us, I don't believe. We gotta do the math. That doesn't increase their damage, I don't think. No, it just gives them HP. They get plus 30. So they're doing exact math. So that's fine. But we're only giving them 1 prize card. So if we can do what we just did, we have game. Granted, we have a lot to go on us now. Heatran may be our best bet with this, because it's guaranteed math. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, do I want the Gimmighoul or the Beldum here? I'll go with I'll go with Gimmighoul. And then want to get some energy back into our deck here. Hate using the super rods for that, but we're kind of late and like deep in the game to where I think we'll be fine. So the magic number we're looking for is 8. We need 8 energy on this dude. So we got 2 here. We're gaining 3, so we're up to 5. Let's see how many we get with this one. 1. We're at 6. We're just short. So with that, I could boss, but I think gaining this heavily damaged will be good for us. So we'll just do that, and if they attack into the Heatran, we burn them, so that's 20 more. So it leaves us with only 80 damage, and really that would mean only 1 coin flip on the Gholdengo. So this is very strategic. We also have the boss. So we're kind of forced them to do what they need to do here. We are high rolling because a lot of our energy is in our discard. We have 10 in our discard and 2 has 12 out of our 18 energy. So we still have 6 more left. 2 of them could be in the prizes because I'm not really prize checking here. Kind of wish I played a Tool Scrapper. Get these out and I can get a sneaky... if the burn doesn't go away, I can get an easy KO there. So they're... yeah, so they're doing that. They're going to knock us out. But we have the boss. So we need to try to get 1 more energy on at the very least. There we go. I'm gonna evolve that dude up. Reversal energy isn't going to do much other than just give us the attack for it. Let's see how lucky we can get on our energy here. Because we just need to get 2 heads. So we're going full send here. So I can't believe we got all this energy on there. I think that's all our energy, to be honest. We have 7 energy. I'm gonna boss up that Garchomp, and we just need 2 heads. That's all we need, 2 heads. So let's see if we can get that. One, 2. Okay, we got what we needed. That's all we needed, and that's game. Wow, that was close. We took out Garchomp, which is a very tanky, very bulky deck, and that's what I love about this deck. We can't hit those numbers if we try it. Granted, it is all luck, but I was glad that we were able to get get those coin flips and knock out those Garchomps. So let's go on to the next game and see how this goes. Okay, we're back with another game of Gholdengo. First one was pretty good. So this time we lost to coin flip, so we'll see if we go first or second. But yeah, I really like playing this deck. This has been a fun, I wouldn't say pet deck for me, but whenever I have a chance to play it, I will. So some sort of dark deck has a Color's Tenacity in there. We'll see what we're going against. Okay, they're just filling their bench up here. A Kangaskhan deck, okay. We'll see how this goes. Mimikyu, not really so much of an issue for us. But this may be a item locking. I'm thinking they're playing the Dark Tyranitar where we can't play our items. Which, for recycling purposes, that does hurt us. But they need to get there. So they just loaded up their bench. They're probably thinking they're going against a Gholdengo EX just because we started the Gimmighoul. So they will be surprised when they see the baby one. I'm sure they don't know what this one does. So we'll see. They're thinking on their next... Okay, so they're attaching. Okay. Not much going on for us here. I don't want to do minor errand running because I want to keep the energy in the deck. I'm just going to attach 1 and just pass. Hopefully they don't have much going on. If they just triple draw, I'll be fine with that. Okay, they're going to Arven. I wonder if they play Air Balloon. They can retreat the Kangaskhan and then item lock us, which will hurt us a little bit because we can't really do much right now. Cape. Okay, so they got Cape and what was the other thing? Rare Candies. So they're going to evolve into that hopefully. Wait, how did they oh, they used switch card. Okay, so we're item locked now. Didn't really matter. Anyway, can't really do anything. You know what? We don't have much going on here. We're just gonna try to get ready to just do a KO. They're struggling just as much as us, so that's good. At least we're not going to get damaged with Itchy Pollen anymore. And they just retreat back. If I were them, I would have kept the Badoo up there. Like, item locking is like hurting us a lot. So we got Iono. We're not behind in prizes, so reversal energy is not going to do much. So I'm just going to Iono and see what my new hand's going to be. I hope I can just get my board set up here. Yeah, I can. So this is helping me out tremendously. Buddy-Buddy. Got another Gimmighoul. We get 2 Gimmighouls. And I will get use another Buddy-Buddy for another Beldum. Next turn we'll try to get an Ultra Ball. Probably should have kept room for the Genesect, or at least look for a Genesect. But we laid our bed. We made our bed and we're gonna lay in it. So let's see if we can get 2 prizes here. That is 240, I believe. Yeah, so we get 2 prizes. Our last Beldum, and then TM Evolution. So as of now, here on out, we're just going to get single prizes. But we are up 2, so that does put us in a better situation than them, because they have to knock out 6 other guys. We just have to knock out 4 more other guys. So we'll see. They don't have any damage on board right now, so they can't really use Monkey Dory. Yes, so the Dark Energy is telling me this is the item locking Tyranitar. So if I can get a boss and knock that out, that will slow them down so much. And if I can knock them out, I get 2 prizes because they caped it. So we got item locked. Can't really do much of our items. Granted, we have no items in our hand anyway. So this is where I wish I played Hyper Aroma. Use Arven here. Can't use any of our items, unfortunately. I'm just going to get Secret Box for next turn. I know I can't use it. And then I'm just going to attack. I only need 1 coin flip. Then we're good. We're up 3. Get a Hilda so we can get a Metang for next turn. If this guy gets knocked out, we can get a Gholdengo at least. Like, we have options. Yeah, so that has to be in the active for it to activate, right? Yes. So they didn't do anything, so we can play items this turn. So I'm gonna play Hilda, get a Metang, and Reversal Energy, and see if we can just get going on something here. We're just gonna power up a Gimmighoul. And we'll just attack again. We only need 1 heads again. And we got it, so we're knocking them out. And then we can either go for the Tyranitar and just be cheeky, or we can go for the Mimikyu with the cape on there. That's a little easier of a target for us to hit. We only need to get 3 heads versus we need to get 4 heads. And they just concede. I think we were just too far ahead. Don't know why they didn't pull it through, but we got set up. We attacked. We were good on our coin flips. And you can see that even without the Genesect, we can get going. We don't we can power it up. We got lucky with when we use Lavish Hospitality. It's not really an attack that we use a lot, but they weren't really doing much. We were doing a little more, and helped us really get going with this matchup. So I'm glad we were able to get the win here, and we'll just go on to the next one. Okay, we're into our next game here with the real Gholdengo. We don't need a pesky EX to make Gholdengo work. The single prize is more than enough for us today, and we're actually having a good day with this deck. Been playing some solitaire hands because I do have this built in real life. I will choose to go first, and your starts can be a little iffy at times. I'm going to choose to start with the Gigas, just because I don't want my Beldum to get knocked out. So we're playing against at least Sylveon, baby Sylveon, which doesn't really impact us because we're not an EX deck. So we'll see what this deck is all about. But we're as consistent as you can be for a deck that's literally a third energy. We'll grab 2 mulligans. We're going first anyway. And baby Eevee. We'll see if they can get going. At least we can't donk them because we have this dude in the active and we're not doing much with it. But we'll give him the Artazon because we want the Artazon. And I will get... I'll get another Beldum out. Worst case scenario, we can try to attack with this next turn. But we know they play the Sylveon, which I think is like 130 HP, so we're not going to knock it out with the Gigas. Which Eevee is this from? Twilight Masquerade. Okay, I've never seen this one. So they have Pidgey. So they play a Pidgeot in this. So it's probably their draw engine. I will feel bad if they don't have an energy. Okay, they have energy, so they're going to evolve to a Sylveon, which doesn't, like I said, doesn't impact us. They think it may, because they see that Gimmighoul there, but again, we're not playing the EX. We're playing the baby. So 120. And it's weak to lightning or metals, so we have that again for us. Okay, so let's get our bench rolling here. Ooh, do I high roll and get a Hilda? Or sorry, high roll Iono? Get 6 more cards. Now, I'll stick to what we're doing. Get the reversal out just to thin, because they weren't doing much their turn. So we're just going to try to take advantage and try to hit. I wish it was with the Gholdengo, but we will take this. So we'll see if they get anything going. But I'm really curious on what this deck is. I get the concept because a lot of people are playing the multi-prizers. So having the baby Sylveon is not a bad strategy. It's just we're not a multi-prizer deck. We are a single prize deck. So the safeguard ability doesn't do much against us, and we can hit for 120 super easily. They attach a Limitless Energy on there. I wonder what their energy acceleration is. So they're just going to evolve again. And they don't have another Eevee, so this is bad news for them. Yikes. So we'll get another Gimmighoul. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I know it helps them, but we need our board going. We can't do what we've been doing. We could play a little slow, but I just don't want to do that. So we fell on that one. See if we can get our... We get one. It's better than nothing. Get our Gholdengo set up here. And we'll just Jolt Breaker, get the prize, and see what they can do going forward. So we get another Metal Energy. So we can set up the Gholdengo for next turn, because we only need one flip, and they are weak to us. So even if this was full health, we only need one flip, because 70 times 2 is 140. Only one flip on the Pidgey, because 50 is less than 70. So they play Mew. So that is a 2 prize target for us if we can get our boss. And Cornerstone doesn't affect us because our attackers do, or one of our attackers has an ability, but our main one does not. Execute. So is this an Alolan Exeggutor deck? The Terra? If that is, Regigigas actually comes in clutch here. But it looks like they're trying to power up that Ogerpon, which is fine with me because, again, our main attacker does not have an ability, so we can attack into it. They'll probably trap up the Metangs, but they already used Crispin, so that's not going to be a thing. At least not this turn. But I think they play the Alolan Exeggutor Terra EX. That will be really cool if that's it. I haven't seen that card in a while, not since we really featured it, so got a Gimmighoul. Not really going to do much with it. I could Ultra Ball. I'm going to Ultra Ball. I don't need this anymore. To get my Gholdengo here. And we're just gonna try to power up our Pokemon. That way they're ready to go for next turn. Fell on that one. So I'm splitting up the energy, as I said before. I'm trying to make it not an easy boss target. So we are up on our game, or on our prizes. Got another energy for next turn. See what they'll do with the Execute here. If they'll evolve up, Rare Candy into the Pidgeot, which means then they can quick search to probably get the Exeggutor EX. Again, I am just guessing it's the Terra EX. There is a baby Exeggutor that they can go into. Just don't know what that one does. I just know about the Terra. And again, if it's a Terra, we're solid. And this is also a Terra, so we can one-shot this easily too. So Regigigas is actually coming in really strong for us in this game. Again, I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut this card. It's not useful, and this is showing me. I forgot that the Ogerpons were Terra, and we see a lot of those. So 380. I'm not too worried about it because I have other targets for that. Doesn't seem like they have much going on. Why would you put energy there? I would start attacking with your Ogerpon. Crispin. Wonder if they top deck that, because I would have used that right away. Why are they... 120 isn't really doing much for me. So I'm wondering why they're powering up the Pidgeot. That seems very interesting. So they failed the Artazon. And that's it? Okay. So our turn, we'll get a prize this turn. Can't really do much this turn. Again, I'm just going to power up my my Gholdengos here for next turn. I just want to have options. And I'll just Jewel Breaker, get another prize card. So we haven't used our Super Odds yet, so that's going to save us to recycle the Regigigas. So are they going to try to trap us? No, they're going to try to take out one of our Metangs, which I totally get why they're doing that. If we can get a boss, we can knock out their Ogerpon. So let's see what they do. Actually, what their plan with the Pidgeot actually makes sense now. Now it's seeing it go, like, being acted out. Oh, I forgot the Bloodstream Wind also gets rid of the Artazon. That's good. That's a smart move on them. Very smart move. Okay, so I'm just going to promote the Gholdengo. Reversal, not gonna help right now. Get another Gimmighoul out. See if we get a hit on this. We get 2. So we're gonna try to power that up as much as we can. Did we get all of it? We can knock it out. So we'll see how many we get. Not a good start. 2. Better than nothing. To 160. That leaves 220. So better than nothing. I would have wished we had the 240, but they can't one-shot us. They can with the... They can with that, but then we can come up with the Regigigas. So it's a quick pro, or quick po, or whatever the saying is. I should probably learn English. But I think they're forgetting that this is a Terra Pokemon. So the Regigigas can one-shot that, and we don't have an ability. So we'll put us to 1 prize card, and if they get something easy up, we can get it. So they get a boss for next turn. Because they already used research, so we know our board is safe for right now. Unless they get a counter catcher. That's the only way I can think of what they do. They already manually retreated for turn, so unless they have a switch card or switching card, they're not retreating again or switching out again. But I like how our deck is built. We have answers to a lot of options. Still doesn't save you, man. We're doing 320 to you, or 330, so wait. Oh yeah, you're knocking me out. But I'm gonna knock you out. So tit for tat. Night Stretcher. What's in our... we'll Night Stretcher back. Go get a Metang. Because we're forcing them to get our Pokemon. We can't use reversal still. So we're just spreading out our energy. I don't want to put everything on one Pokemon. And we'll hit for 330 because that is a Terra. We'll get 2 prize cards and we're just down to 1, so we're getting close. We'll see if we can pull this off. This will be awesome if we can. But yeah, I like this deck. Regigigas is now really solidifying its spot in this list. Was not expecting to play a lot of Terras anymore. You're only doing 120 unless you have a damage modifier. And I can just boss up that Pidgey. So we got game in hand if they don't disrupt us. Oh yeah, because they bossed up the Gholdengo. They're not knocking us out unless I'm missing something here. Yeah, they're not knocking us out. Let's see if we can get cheeky here. Don't get anything there. Don't get anything there. Probably because we have a lot of our energy already out. I'm just gonna go the easy way out here. I hate doing this with y'all. But Regigigas has proved itself to be in this deck, and I'm going to let it finish out this game. So we're going to hit for 100. And get our last prize, and get another win with this deck. Was not expecting to play this as a Regigigas deck, but it worked. It's really solidified why that card is in this deck, and I wanted to give it its time to shine in this, so I'm glad that this was able to be good. So yeah, a nice game with our Regigigas deck. Granted, it's Genesect. We haven't really used Genesect a lot, but this deck shows that you're not really relying on it. It's just there for support when needed, but if you have the setup for it, Genesect is powerful, but the Gholdengo is just a fun card and it can carry its own. Okay everyone, that was our metal deck for the black and white set with Gholdengo in as the support slot. I know we didn't really show it off that much, but when we did use it, it helped set up our whole entire deck. But Gholdengo is a very powerful card. This is probably a definitely slept on single prize attacker. I really had a great time playing this. Regigigas, you're about to get cut, and that last game showed me that you deserve a spot in this list. So Genesect is like I said, it's a great support card. You only need one of in this deck, but having the comfortability of knowing that's in the list helps you really set up your board and really get going, versus not having it and be like, oh man, how am I going to get my cards? How am I going to get my evolutions? You're really going to be relying on Hyper Aroma, but I think Secret Box gives us more options during the gameplay. So I really like this deck. Black and White really made it shine. Hilda, again, just like the Regigigas, I was kind of thinking about taking this out, but having just that one of and getting helping get our evolution Pokemon and thinning out and get the reversal energies help with hitting our metal energy with the metal maker. So again, like some of the new cards in here does make this deck more comfortable, more consistent to play. So I'm glad these two cards were released by the Pokemon Company International. Helps the metal decks, at least the Genesect helps metal decks, but Hilda, any evolution deck, I think Hilda's a great card for any stage 1. It adds consistency in a lot of our lists, as you saw at the with the other decks that we play. Hilda's a really strong card, and just having even a one of, it changed my whole entire game. So yeah, the real Gholdengo, I will say. Thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for our live stream video. We did hit 100 subscribers. Thank you very much for that goal. It means the world to us as we're learning what it means to be in this community here. We just love making these decks. We love playing these fun rogue decks for you. So be on the lookout for that live stream. We will announce the date for that once that is finalized. Again, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Like, we already got 100 subscribers. We'd love to add more to our channel. If you subscribe to us, you also see our podcast and our road deck videos come out. So listen to us to take a watch of all our content here. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you for watching, y'all, and have fun playing those sneaky decks. See y'all.